I believe that all things happen for the good. So, I mean, what is the good in this? And this is our opportunity to be able to reconnect to those basic things that ground us. I've asked, and many of you have complied, for our churches, religious institutions, mosques and synagogues and temples across our city not to have service this weekend. Many have complied, some still have not. And I will remind you that the massive infections that occurred in Dougherty County in Albany, Georgia, occurred, one from a church service, as I understand it, and the second from a funeral. Don't become the convening place for COVID-19. You don't want that type of liability on you. You got to have wisdom. We need you to have wisdom. Our funeral homes have been doing a great job, and again, we realize it's very difficult at these times, and we've asked for our funeral homes and funeral services to either do gravesides, or do postpone funerals until a later date. So that's kind of where we are about that. Please take this seriously. This is a moment in time in which you want to be on the right side of. So I'll answer. Let's see if I can answer any questions, and then we'll be done. All right. Let's see. Good to see Dr. Ann Levette on. And Dr. Levette, we thank you for your leadership because I know the governor closed the schools, but I thank you and the folks at the school system for feeding our young people throughout this week and finding safe ways to do it. So thank you, Dr. Levette. Any questions or anything I can answer for you, I'll do my best to do it. I certainly will try. That's right. Be smart, have wisdom. God gives you wisdom. Are we going to do 2 more weeks? We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see how that goes. There was a question about drive-ins. And again, drive-ins, we want them to use wisdom, again, to slow up congregating places. I don't know much about testing. Testing is controlled by the state and it's through the health department. And so I do not know much about the testing. I know that in Chatham County, we have 150 tests that we are waiting We're waiting to get results back. So we could theoretically get 150 positive cases within the next 5 to 7 days. That's scary. That's scary. When do I predict this will all be over? I do not know. I do not know. What about the homeless camps? We're doing our best to work with the Homeless Authority to help us manage that and make sure that we're providing services to help keep them protected. So I want to make sure that people understand that as well. We do not have a curfew in Savannah or Chatham County. I want to make sure you know. Good to see my good friend Mayor Elizabeth Hurst of Fairburn, Georgia. Good to see you on, Mayor Hurst. Appreciate you and your friendship and your leadership. Can we shut down fast food restaurants? Not at this point. Yes, we're looking through the stimulus package now. It is over 800 pages. So we're trying to kind of figure out what this all means. And as soon as we dissect it, we will get the information out to businesses to see you. Good to see you, Mint. We appreciate that. Dr. Levette, thank you so much. What other questions we have? What are the rules for privately owned gated campgrounds? I don't think we have any in the city of Savannah. If they do, we're shutting those down. Let me know. Just inbox me. Forsyth Park is open, but we have been going around breaking up groups of more than 10. We're asking people to do social distancing. Monica, why no curfew? We're just not there yet. That's the next step. We're just not there to curfew. As long as people are doing social distancing and they're staying at home, there's no need to really, there's really no need for us to be able to do that. Viruses can live on surfaces, for I understand, for hours up to days. So that's very, very important to know. Taxi drivers, are they considered essential? They're considered to be transportation, so I guess yes, they are. What about the jails? The jails are taking care of themselves, and we want to make sure that, again, they're being very careful about letting people in. Marie Grove, is just so good to see you. Long time no hair. Test kits, I do not know much about that at all. Cocoa, hotels are considered a essential business. We cannot, rent moratoriums, we cannot do. That comes from the state of Georgia, because likewise, unless there is a mortgage moratorium, then the rent moratorium really doesn't work out. Why has the U.S. shut down like China? You have to ask the President of the United States. But I will tell you this, if you saw how China, what the government says, happens, that wouldn't work here in the United States. What do the hospitals need? Should we make masks? I do not know. There is an update on Gulfstream. From what I understand, WTOC, I believe, reported that there was a confirmed case at Gulfstream. I don't know much about that, so I don't know. I don't know what the answer is for that. Banking institutions and lending institutions. Why? Because people need money. When you need food and your kids are eating you out of house and home, you got to go buy food, and so everybody doesn't have cards. So people need to be able to go and get money. Thank you. Bertice has been making masks all over the place, so she'll hook you up. Alfonso, we'll be counting on you and the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce to help us to do that. Why are liquor stores considered essential? Because we rather people buy their liquor and go home. We rather them go home, get their liquor, go home. If you're drinking in the house, chances are you won't be going out. Speak to the governor regarding moratorium. The governor is doing what he thinks is best. I've sent him a letter requesting assistance. What else do we have? Make those masks? Yes, make those masks. But I want you to know now, there is science out there that says that the masks really don't help. It helps you if you're sick from making people sick, but doesn't necessarily help you from getting sick. So I want you to know that as well. Thank you, Sandra. I appreciate it. Yes, Christy, keep serving those school lunches. Yes, and again, we know that that if it wasn't for the school system and what they're doing, many of our kids would not eat at all. Yes, in Savannah, bars and clubs are shut down. Are city taxes deferred? Not at this time. People live in hotels, need food, and restaurants need to stay open. That's correct. Good to see you on, Jennifer. Can an employee report a business? Yes. Call 311. The ports are open for business. The ports are a state entity, so that's the deal with that. Right now, because we do not have a curfew, you don't need to carry around a letter. You should be good. Do me a favor. Two things I want you to do. One thing is share this video. You can go ahead and share it. Do me a favor and just share it. And the second thing, like my page. Can you like this page for me? Like the page, please. Like the page. Davina, thank you so much. Brandy, thank you. Christine, yes, we are concerned about our first responders. Amitra, thank you very much. Sunshine, thank you. Caitlin, no, I cannot make an eviction moratorium. Lori said it right. Follow the rules. Tammy, thank you so much, and thank you for your prayers. I appreciate you for that. If you owe money to IRS and on a payment plan, will they put your assistance on a check? I do not know. What about food trucks? We are working with food trucks to help provide food availability. Sandra, why people having parties is because they're not taking this seriously. We will have the police to come, If you have a party, you might have the mayor and the police show up to break up your party. This is serious. This is not a party. You can have a party in which you're getting everybody infected. That's not right. Karen, God bless you. Thank you too. Ursula, yes, we want you to stay safe. Tali, thank you very much. We appreciate you. Rhonda, we love you too. I appreciate you. Yolanda, thank you so much. Deborah, thank you. We're doing the best we can. We don't have all the answers. Thank you, Shay Smith. Thank you, Andrea. We realize that, we're damned if we do, we're damned if we don't. Brenda, thank you. Darren, hello. We realize that, Christine, thank you. If Antoine, we can't do anything about Garden City. You have to call your mayor and council. Is U-Haul an essential business? Yes. It's moving companies, and it's considered an essential business. Feeding those in need, we want you to go through the United Way. The United Way is the best way to get food to those who need it. Diane, thank you. Sharon, thank you. Chris, thank you so much. Kimberly, thank you. Go through United Way if you want to make, if you want to grill tomorrow, grill in your house and don't invite anybody. Virginia, which announcement? Erina, thank you. Good to see you. And Lucia, do you get paid to snitch? No, we just want you to snitch. Call the police, call 911, and we will visit. Shariko, daycares are still open. And again, while you're in, that's a good point. I did my census. It took me 4 minutes to do my census. 4 minutes. Everybody in Savannah needs to be counted, particularly we're talking about this federal money. Good to see you, Joyce. Erica, thank you very much. Hello, Mona. Good to see Mayor Baker of Walltowerville. And please, call our seniors. Call our seniors. Call those that are in the hospitals. You may not be able to go see them, but prayer still works. How many cases I think we have right now? We have 15 cases. We can have up to 150 if all those cases we have come back. Vondell, thank you. We're not really ready for a complete shutdown as of yet, but we'll see. I mean, don't think that we won't do the complete shutdown. The complete shutdown means nobody can get anything. We're not there yet. How many cases have been completed? How many outstanding? Again, I know we have 150 cases outstanding right now. Sarah, thank you very much. Catherine, thank you. Simone, thank you so much. City buses are running, I believe, at a reduced schedule. Check Chatham Area Transit. Jackie, thank you very much. Again, will we potentially have a curfew? If these cases come back really, really hard on us, we might. If I find out this weekend that we're really not following the stay-at-home directive, we might go to a curfew. That's when it gets really bad. So y'all gonna pray, that's right. Pamela, thank you very much. Waxing establishments, closed. If they're open, let me know, and we'll visit them. Thank you, Camilla, I appreciate you. Are there any assistance for parents who lost their job for childcare? Not at this time. How many people are in the hospital due to the virus? I do not know. They say that they're giving away food tomorrow at noon. Real estate agents, you are allowed, particularly as long as you're doing property management or leasing, the things that you're doing. No home showings and as well. We want you to stay at home. If we shut down anything, hospitals will have to remain open. What I think the major impact is, potentially, we could have thousands of cases. It's not taxable. I wish people would stop going to doctors for follow-ups. And complete shutdown means we have more cases, yes. Tony, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, April. So do me a couple of favors. Again, I want you to share this video. Vending machine companies, depending on what they do, it might be food. Staffing companies are, I believe, considered essential. The orders are on my page, Bear Johnson SAV. Brent, thank you. Why can't I make an eviction moratorium? Atlanta's mayor did not do that. The state has to do that. I cannot stop. I've asked them. I cannot stop people from making evictions. Evictions are a function of the state. Although I will tell you that our courts are not evicting anybody at this time. The courts are not evicting anybody at this time. So, Dawn Baker, good to see you. Thank you for what you're doing, getting the news out there. Why are nail shops closed? Yeah, I know it's going to be a rough time out there for some of these hands and some of these hairs and all of that. There's no curfew. But yeah, we need, when people are doing your nails and doing your hair, they're in close proximity to you. If they're saying that it's a 6 feet distance by which fluids can transfer and you catch it, if somebody's doing your hair, I mean, I want to say that, but I won't say that. Renee, thank you very much. Yes, Latasha, we are Savannah Strong. Convenience stores can open. They can be open. Dental hygienists are considered medical. Does Pula have different rules? Yes, they do. Ashley, thank you very much. Pray for us who work at the ER Memorial. Teresa, we are praying for you, and thank you for what you are doing. Thank you. We don't have a curfew, so you do not need a pass. Oh, Sister Foster, good to see you, and good to see Sherry on here as well. Sandra, thank you so much. What are the rules and regulations for boaters? Right now, there are no rules or regulations for boaters. Thank you, Shanita. Again, we want you to like our page. That's like this page, and we want you to share this video. Two things I want you to make sure. Yeah, Tammy's gonna make some wigs, and I'm probably gonna get me an afro by the time it's all over. It's gonna be a rough time, but again, we want to make sure that we protect the great nail techs of the world, like Brenda Middleton. We want to make sure that she's safe, and we want to make sure that we're good. Again, we've made sure that we're talking with our partners. East Savannah is having large gatherings. Call the police. Call the police, and we will come and we will visit. We will break up that party. Thank you, Debbie. Love you, Shonda, as well. Dion, thank you so much. Thank you for your thoughts and your prayers. And big shouts out to, thank you, Haresh. Felicia, thank you. Leslie, thank you. Any info regarding stimulus checks? No, but we will put that out as soon as we got it. Tanya, some of the grocery stores I went into are counting how many people are in the store. So, that's a management thing. We're hoping that they will exercise social distancing. Well, Lauren, we do have say-so on voting because we have say-so on our docks, but right now we're not regulating that. Tyler, depends on the warehouses and where they are. Jeanette, thank you very much. TJ, I need you to go ahead and look at my keyboards while all this time is going on. Help me get right. Is there a statewide shelter in place? I do not think so. Will we find salons and barbershops to remain open? Absolutely. 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 Yes, drink water every day, clean your house, have no guests. Katina, thank you, sir, very much. Lane, thank you. And again, businesses, Sharon, thank you very much. Angie, thank you. Businesses that are staying open, that are not considered essential, are not helping us. They are hurting us. They're hurting you. They're hurting you. So when people think they're being slick, they're putting lives at risk. Mike, I don't know about unemployment. You'd have to call the Georgia DOT. But again, please. Well, Lauren, yes. Well, we control our docks. So, so you can't do it on our docks. But right now, we're cool with our docks. I'll say this. This is important. Thank you, Marissa. We appreciate you. Thank you, Dr. Levette. We can only control what we do in the city of Savannah. Savannah is different than the other cities in the county. We have more people. We have more bars and restaurants than the rest of the county combined. We have greater density. So therefore, our situation is different. So we have to take on different rules. The state is doing what the state thinks is in their best interest. We're responsible for doing what we think is best for the city of Savannah. So again, I'm not trying to cast aspersion on anybody. I'm not criticizing anybody because in the end, I can only make decisions for the people that I'm serving. No, we do not have a curfew, and Savannah Tire needs to remain open. People need their cars fixed. Ask President Trump, can we use his hotels? You probably can get in contact with them better than I can. Over 50 people that shipped at your warehouse, I would contact your HR department and the health department. Hazard pay for those who have to work through this. Again, depending on who has to work through it, most time hazard pay is already calculated into the work. Thank you, Ms. Drusilla. Lauren, we communicate with the county and other municipalities on a regular basis. So I want to make sure that you know that. Again, we're communicating, but everybody has to do what is good for their community. Ashley, period poo is a piece of slang the kids taught me. Period poo means, done, period. Kate, yes, this is live. Am I asking the county about stricter rules? Pool is waiting on the county. Again, I don't know about anybody else. We do not have a curfew, and a complete shutdown is not where we are right now. Brian, no, we're not going to find churches. We'll leave that up to the Lord. Alfonso, we've started doing our messages in Spanish. And so anything you see on our website or on my page, feel free to push it out. Aaron, I don't believe this has to pay for medical staff. Yeah, I think if you stay home, you'll be good. Stay home. Stay home. Stay home. Don't go anywhere. As much as I like to be out, unless there's some major incident, or unless I have to go break up somebody's party, or unless I have to go walk into a business that somebody tells us is open, and I'm going to do it, and insist they be fined, I'm going to be at the house. Thank you, Will. I appreciate you, Corinthia. Thank you so much for what you do. Your company is paying you extra for working through this. God bless your company. This is a time, believe it or not, when you really find out what employers are all about. They're really large employers that are doing some really great things, some small employers who are doing really great things for their employees. So we appreciate you. Again, appreciate you, Lakeisha and Stephanie. But please stay home. That's the word. I want you to share this video. I want you to like my page. Does anybody in Savannah had COVID? We have 15 cases in Chatham County. We don't know how many live in Savannah. Are they releasing inmates? I do not think so. They're doing some diversions, but I'm not sure if they're releasing inmates, so to speak. Say it again. Let us take 3 days of fast and pray. Now, that's a good idea. 15 cases in our community. I can't even see it. Sorry. Stay home. If you have to work, go to work. You need to go to the store, go to the store, go home. Obviously, convenience stores are open because they do provide food items. Don't go in convenience stores if you don't need to. David, thank you so much. And again, we want to make sure when it's all said and done that we're doing the best we can for Savannians. I would hate to be able to look back and say that I wish I had done more, but I was concerned about people getting their hair cut. I wish I had done more, but I'm concerned about somebody getting their nails done. I wish I had done more, but I need to let these businesses remain open. I wish I had done more. This is a hard hit for everybody. People need to work. People need to sustain their families. But I submit to you that a life is greater than all of that. And we're going to save as many lives as we can. In Savannah, we're going to make sure that Savannah is looked upon as one of the examples of taking action before and not after. You don't believe me? Look at New York. You don't believe me? Look at California. If you don't believe me, look at Chicago. Look at Detroit. Look at these places around the country. Talk to your friends there. They will tell you that this is real. This is not a test. This is real life. Have some sense about yourself. Have some wisdom about yourself. We're going to be okay if we do the right thing now. If we don't do the right thing now, we're going to suffer. And I refuse, as long as I'm there, to have us needlessly suffering. If there was a way around this, then we wouldn't do it. But right now, we are following the science. We're not following emotions. We're not following politics. We're not following money. We are following the science. And we know from the science that the best way to flatten the curve is to prevent infections. And the best way to prevent infections is to keep people away from each other. And the best way to keep people away from each other is to have people to stay home. Do you know the difference between a person that has COVID-19 and someone who does not? Between 2 and 14 days? Nothing. It might be in your house right now. Parents, I want you to be parents. Keep your kids within your sphere of influence. Don't let them go to basketball courts. Don't let them play in large groups. Let them stay home and do some studying. Tell them to clean up their rooms. This is serious, y'all. We'll be fine. Savannah has overcome stuff. But we've overcome stuff because we were smart. And we did the right thing at the right time. And that's where we are. So, I love you all. Appreciate you. Like our page. Share this video. I'll be doing one tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I'm doing weekly updates for the city tomorrow at 8 a.m. And then I'm doing press availabilities on Tuesday. And then on Friday, I'll do another Friday Night Live. The City Council is receiving briefings Monday through Friday at 3 o'clock p.m. And we will post the information so you're able to see it. Good to see you on, DC. Hope you're doing well. So that's where we are. Please, I've never lied to you. Through hurricanes, if I've told you not to come home, it was for real. Don't come home. I'm not going to lie to you now. This is serious. We have 15 cases in Chatham County today, and we don't know where they are, and we don't know who they are. We could potentially have 165 cases by this time next week. If you're in the hospital, your hair is not all that important then. If you're homesick, your nails don't mean that much. And the money you would have made in your non-essential business is not worth your health, and it's not worth your life. So, from home in Savannah, this is where I am. And this is where I want to be unless I have to go break up a party or run into a rogue barbershop or beauty shop or nail salon. And don't be slick. Again, people telling on y'all. They're going to call the police. And these businesses, we're going to come. We're going to ride up on you. And they're going to write you a fine up to $1,000. Is it worth it, really? Is it really worth it? Nah, it ain't worth it. It's hard times, but we're going to make it through. So thank you. There's a question about how are we handling rental payments for people that are not working. I would just tell you to please speak to your landlord. Speak to your landlord. I don't know how to do that. Erica, your nails better be done. Your nails better be done already. If not, soap and water works. Soap and water still works. So again, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for taking the time to share. Thank you for your understanding of my technical difficulties. Again, we will get this. We'll get this fixed. Again, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. We're gonna work it together. God bless you all. Stay at home tomorrow. Stay at home for the rest of the week. Let's get this thing